All right, the last thing I want to talk about is where we want to put our text. If you look at mine, it's against the left-hand border. So in the text box, it's aligned left. What a lot of us do as we work on these is we'll center things in the text box. But think about what side of the screen your text is on. If your text is on the left-hand side, instead of it being centered, I would select it and move it to the left. If your text is on the right side, put it against the right edge of the document. So I'm going to select everything. Move it to the right. Don't leave text centered in the text box. It looks weird. Text to the right, put it against the right edge. Text to the left, put it to the left edge. And center it up, down, and to the edge evenly on each side. So you have about the same amount of space here as you do here, as you do here. Or maybe I should move over a little bit more. Yeah. So the same amount of space here, here, and here. And one more thing. Choose a bold font. Something that jumps out. Let's see what our choices are. Anton. Is that too big? Ooh, I kind of like that. Can I pump up the size so it gets bigger? And then go like that. What if this background, this purple side, still isn't dark enough? Can I click on the picture in the background? Can I change the gradient so it's darker? Yeah! You see how much better it pops out? So don't be afraid to look at this and say, is it quite dark enough? If it's not, can I go with a different color to make the text pop out? Maybe I want to turn the font down just a little bit. Yeah. So that when you're done, you have it centered with the same amount of space up here as the same amount of space down here and the same amount of space at the bottom. So remember, this is a poem. How do you do the line breaks? How do you decide when to do the return to go to the next line? Because the original is just, I am from, name the place. I am from, name 3 sounds they love. I am from, name 3 things in their home they love. I created, name 2 things that make them proud. I am made of, name 3 nouns that describe them. And then I am, name 3 things they are to people they know. That's only 6 lines. But look at my picture. There's a lot more lines than 6 because I'm thinking like a poem. Where could I take a pause? Where could I take a breath? And that's the same place. Where could I change lines and have it make sense? I am from the cries of battle as monsters die. This is one thought, but it's 2 lines. Why? So that the words don't go over his face. I am from the hammer clanging on the anvil. It's one thought, but it's 2 lines. Why? So the rest of the words don't go over his face. I am from the cheers of my people as they salute me as king. This is one thought, cut into 2 lines. At a place where it would make sense to take a breath. Why? So the lines don't cover the person's face. So we want to keep the lines on one side or the other and just change lines where it would make sense to do that, even if it's one thought split into 2 pieces. And I am from the arena where battle takes place. I created a land where Vikings thrive and dragons tremble. So set your line breaks up so that we see the face or the body or whatever we're looking at, but switching lines is happening at a place where it makes sense. And we would take a pause or a breath. When you're done, call me to your seat to grade it, but make sure that you're meeting these guidelines and make sure you're doing great according to the grade sheet. So your photo, it's easy to see that you've colorized it and darkened it. 5 out of 5. Clear focus, not blurry. 5 out of 5. You want the person centered on the page, either to the right or to the left, in a way that makes sense. We don't want them off center. We don't want strange placement. There's no text on the photo, and it's dark on the text side. If you're over here with some of these things, you may get closer to a 1 than to a 5. Then with your text aligned against the left side or the right side, centered at the top, at the bottom, and on the side, same amount of space. Light text on a dark background with high contrast? Yeah. Do the line breaks make sense? And are there no extra spaces in your text? You guys add extra spaces, and I'm like, what? And then is each new line capitalized? If we need to go with following directions, 5 out of 5, it looks like the example, or 1 out of 5, I might, but honestly, I'd rather make this a 10-point assignment than a 15. This is a lot, but we can do it. Really. Thanks. That's all I got. Bye-bye.